How many employees do you have?
Oh, it's just gone up again because Nicholas started today, so he's our newest. We always seem to have a Monday new starter, so we've got 66.
Wow.
I know, which is crazy because
So how did you get from inception
yeah,
to something like, because that's such a different league. So how did you start it?
Yeah, so I had a company when I was a young mum, and I learned all the lessons and it failed abysmally. I then got headhunted and then came into another business that had just sold to a VC, and that was fantastic. Learned loads in 3 years, helped turn it around, and then just went, I want to not make other people money. I want to create an environment, a work environment that feels really in line with my values. So I left that business in 2012 and set up what was originally a VEC. And yeah, it was out of my house and my garage. There was no windows. I think the first thing we bought was a window. My first employee, Matt, I bought him some slippers because it was freezing cold in my garage. He'll laugh about it even now. But yeah, so it's kind of come from just a couple of us just knowing how good we were at product development and brand development and understanding what customers and retailers wanted to really grow in that business. I had seed capital from a couple of really cool guys in Holland, which eventually paid back and bought out finally during COVID, weirdly enough. So yeah, it's the weirdest journey. And that, like, it sounds like a straight line, but as you guys know, it's never a straight line. So many highs, so many lows. It's like a pinball machine, really.
Did you ever predict it would be to the size that it is now, or was that ever the goal when you set it up?
The goal was never turnover, and the goal was never people. The goal was to create something that I felt really secure, that gave security to weirdly women in business, particularly, especially young mums. Now I'm evolving that as I'm looking at aging women and parents and going, actually, there's a bigger thing over the horizon. It's to do with the menopause, but we won't get into that. But It's about like working environments for human beings that really want to feel fulfilled and have an amazing career. That was always the goal. And I feel proud that during COVID, like, we really looked after our people and we've built from there. So I think I've realized the goal. Now it's about creating something bigger and better. Like, we're building a new building, including a creche and a puppy creche too, because, the little furry friends matter too. And it's just about what more can I do? So I never look at the turnover. The turnover facilitates really the goal.
The goal
which is
of
the
it.
People. Yeah.
Do you find that if you actually want to be a good entrepreneur, the goals have to constantly change? Or is it something that you realize stuff changes over time as and when you go? Like, for example, in our business, we made a business plan the first 3 months or whatever, and I don't think we've looked at it since. It's just been a piece of paper that has just been, if anything, it just confines you to what you have to do or shouldn't do. I think as long as you both understand what you want to create and what the purpose of the business is, that's enough to lead you. Yeah. Have you found that your goals have, because I know you said that when you first started the company, it was for mums and business and stuff like that, and that's now changed to people. What was the change there? What made you realize that? Yeah.
Well, number one, well done you for having a business plan, because I never had one of those. But I always had a purpose. You talk about purpose. I think you're really clear what your purpose is, and you will find that the goals go along as long as they align to your purpose and your values. If you're really clear, those things weirdly don't change. But how you get there and who you get there with does. And that's the fun part, like adapting. I think entrepreneurs, really cool ones that I respect, they just adapt to circumstance, they adapt to people issues, but fundamentally their values, who and how they want to do business, that doesn't change. And I would say that's my way, is my values. Anyone who's met me, who knew me in all my previous iterations, would say I am exactly the same person. So yeah, you adapt. And that's the thing I'm finding is we're very good at adapting. I think I respond at a pace that some people can't keep up with. And I've built a really good team around me that can absorb some of that velocity, how they describe it. But they can then interpret that and then bed that in a pace that the rest of the business can manage. But yeah, I've found that I can move quickly. I can see opportunities and I can see them actually over the horizon before they're coming. And but that's part of the appeal for me. So yeah, adapt.